Oh gosh, that hair. So we are starting the vlog. So I went to two different rivers today, Lynch's River and then the Little PD River. I drove all over the place. Yeah, I went to I don't know how many counties: Florence, Sumter, Clarendon, Marion, Horry. Oh my gosh, Fred just, his cool nose touched me. Yeah, so I think that's all. But yeah, so I went all over the place. It's Penny's birthday, so she got to go to the river on her birthday. So many smells, you know, fish and everything. Um, and she got a bed for her birthday gift, which is back there. And then she's gonna be getting a pup cup of my making tonight. So I want to tell y'all what I am reading at the moment. So first book, I didn't get to this today, so I am gonna pick it up tomorrow, but that is Murder in Westminster by Vanessa Riley. This is like a cozy mystery, that genre, set in Regency times in London. And yeah, so this girl, her neighbor, the wife of the neighbor, she got murdered, and she's trying to unravel, like, you know, the mystery. Then my TBR pick, so I'm not going to be picking this up on the weekends, but on the weekdays, is The Actual Star by Monica Byrne. This is it's classified as sci-fi. We have 3 timelines. One in 1012 in Belize with the Maya people. 2 is in 2012, when, you know, that in like 2012 we were all like, oh, the Mayan calendar ends, the world's gonna end, all of that time. And that is an American woman. And then our third plot line is in 3012, set, you know, in a future society. But it's all set based on Maya mythology, and I'm loving it. Then the book that I'm going to mainly be focusing on today is White Fur by Jardine Lebert. This is a romance, which it's very different than your typical romance. I think it more leans towards like literary fiction, but it is kind of a Romeo and Juliet story that, or I don't know if that's the proper romance I'm thinking of, but like the girl is from poor, the projects, that kind of thing, and gets involved with a guy who is a bigwig family, like Wall Street, not Wall Street, I don't think it was that, but like, you know, the old New York City money, that kind of thing, and they fall in love. And then the ebook I'm doing is Drums of Autumn by Diana Gabaldon, which I am loving. Outlander at the moment. I'm just into it right now. Like, this season of the show has been so good. So this has been my ebook. I am only like 11% into it, I think, is where I got to. But this is my ebook, so I can't really tell y'all much of what it's about. But Outlander, I'm sure y'all have heard of it, popular TV shows. So these are going to be the 2 books I focus on today. I might get to this one, not sure, but definitely will be getting to White Fur. But yes, I am very hungry because I had breakfast and I haven't had anything since. So that's been like 5 hours, or yeah, 5 hours. And I'm starving. Like, you know, when your stomach hurts because you're so hungry, it's that. So I am going to go to Cookout and pick up a burger and fries and a tea. But yes, I wanted to start the vlog. I know my hair is crazy, windows down. It was like, driving at one part, the temperature dropped like 20 degrees because it storms, and I saw on the coast they had a water spout form, because I was like, this looks like tornado clouds, like it's gonna happen. But yes, I am home, but I'm about to go pick up food, but wanted to start out the vlog. I didn't read in the 6 o'clock hour because my dad was like, we're going to get food, like right at 5:50, and I'm like, dude? No, but as y'all saw, Penny got back, ooh, my computer, I have to sign in, and I don't really want to do that, but you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? So we're going to read now at like 8:50 something, so I'm not gonna get that far into this, maybe like 2 chapters, which are not chapters, it's just by months, but so like, but you know, for just to be easy, we're gonna read like 2 chapters in here. So I don't know if I'll be able to finish this tomorrow or not. I don't even know, shivers, I don't really know what my plans are for tomorrow. I mean, it's gonna be like any other Sunday, but sometimes I feel like reading, sometimes I don't, because Sundays lately I've been just so tired, because here it's been so hot, like 100 degrees, over 100 degrees like every day, and to me, if it's warm, I just fall asleep. And sorry, I'm looking at this computer background. I think it's South Africa, but yeah, I just fall asleep, and that's what's been happening on Sundays, because it's usually when I was in school, we would have lunch, and then my class after that, the teacher only said the classroom being pretty warm, and I would just like fall asleep. I wouldn't actually fall asleep. I've never fallen asleep in class. There were times where I was really, really close, but yeah, in that class, I would always be super sleepy just because it was so warm, and I just ate, and that makes me sleepy. But I'm gonna get into White Fur now again. I'm gonna read 2 chapters in this, and then get into Outlander later. Okay, I got to 75% in White Fur, and I've talked about I love the writing in this. I'm loving this. It's gonna be a 4-star. There's some parts where I'm not sure if they're typos or not, because we do see the New York dialect and that the characters are speaking, and you know, with dialect in books, it's supposed to sound how the people are speaking, so the words aren't necessarily spelt how we spell them, and there's this like, I don't know, kind of weird thing. So I don't know if they're typos, or I don't know if it's just the dialect, but I can really read this in a New York accent. But yeah, I love when books do show that dialect, but just sometimes it can be kind of confusing reading it physically. I do think some books, when they're like that, are really good to do the audiobook for. Like the actual Star, we have some dialect in here when they're in Creole and Belize, and they talk about in the book. An English speaker can understand it if they really focus, but listen to the audiobook, I'm like, oh my gosh, but I am reading along, so I can kind of understand it. So I'm glad that I'm doing the audiobook for that. So I definitely think if a book does include dialect in the dialogue, definitely think of doing the audiobook if you think you might have a hard time. But this book is like so short that I didn't do the audiobook or anything for, but it's not that huge of a hindrance. I just wanted to let y'all know that that's a thing. I don't know what's typos. I don't know what's up with that. I'm gonna go get a bath. Awkward copying right there from like 2 days ago, but actually 3 days ago, I think Thursday. But I just finished my 75th book of the year, which was White Fur, and yeah, I loved it. Great character work, fantastic setting to tell this kind of story. Writing was really intelligent and poetic, and I think this book touched on important topics. And yes, I really loved it. Definitely recommend picking it up. It's actually by a Big 5 publisher. The publisher is an imprint of Penguin, so I was expecting this to be an indie book this whole time, but it wasn't. It is almost 9 o'clock now, so I'm not going to start a new book right now because I just don't want to do that. I've thought about it though, but I'm just going to read some of Drums of Autumn, the Outlander book, but we will be starting a new book tomorrow. Guys, happy Monday. Oh, I just have so much trash up here, like, and what I just ate, I'm about to throw that away, but there's just a ton of trash and it's all on my way. But I just got done reading the actual Star today, so I got to 50% according to Goodreads, 55% according to Storygraph. I'm like, how's there that big of a difference? But I'm coming to realize, so the 2012 plotline is the one that I'm finding the most interesting. Obviously, I lived through this happening, like not all of it, but like, you know, that everybody thought the world was ending. I had surgery that day, and I was like, well, if I die in surgery, it doesn't really matter because the world's ending. So I'm liking that plotline the most. So, but then if we think about our 1012, I know nothing of Maya. That's like how they say it, mythology, and yeah, or their history. Definitely something that I need to learn more about, and I want to learn more about. So if you have nonfiction recommendations, let me know. And then the 3012, it's just because we really need that 2012 foundation to understand the 3012. And that's still building, but I think it's really about to go into action, you know? So we're halfway through this. It's a 4-star. I'm loving it, except for those reasons are the reasons why it's not like a full 5-star, just because I'm not connecting with those plot lines as much. But it's still fantastic. I'm still loving it. And I will see y'all maybe later. I don't know when I'm going to see y'all. Yes. Happy Wednesday. Mouthwash. Because I have almost, oh my gosh, from Target up here. But I do have some updates for y'all. So as I said, I did go to Target, and last week I forgot to buy this book, but this week I remembered, and that is One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So this is the buddy read pick this month for me and you, for the people on this channel. So I will be picking this up probably next week. So One True Loves, Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'll be doing a reading vlog with this and updating y'all like every single day while I read it, but there won't be any spoilers. So if you guys would like to be there for that, be sure to pick up this book and press subscribe. Then I got to over 75% of the way into the actual star, so I'm most likely going to be finishing this tomorrow, hopefully, because we have to remember some of that in the back is the glossary and acknowledgements. So I just think the world building could have been better with this, so that's my like only complaint why I'm not giving it a 5-star, is I just feel like there needed to be more world building, but still some of it could happen later on, which I don't think is ideal. I just think it could have been set up better if that is the case. But as of right now, needs more world building. So that is my Wednesday update. Guys, I totally forgot to need to update. No, I'm joking. I was watching Outlander videos. Oh, it was like Catch Around About. She was on, what is that show with Ryan Seacrest and, is her name Kelly? I don't know. It was an excerpt from that. And I was just like, I love her Irish accent, but and then before that I was watching just some stuff on Instagram. But I have major updates. So as you can see, we're filming on the iPhone, which is really annoying because the camera is doing the thing again. Let me get it to show y'all where it is stuck, and I can press the reset button right here. As you can see, nothing happening. I can press turn on, turn off, and the battery was nowhere near being dead. So these cameras last 2 years. Like literally, I buy them every 2 years. So Sony needs to do a way better job there. So I ordered a new one. You know, casually spending that much money. Didn't really want to spend that much money, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So I did that. Hold on, I'm backing my chair up. Okay, so I bought a new camera, and it's not supposed to get here till the 28th, which today is the 13th. So that's going to be a really long time. So I don't know, do I take these like 2 weeks or whatever off from vlogging, or do I just do iPhone vlogs? My like gut, my soul, whatever, is telling me to just do iPhone vlogs because I do really enjoy vlogging. I like it. I like doing it. I have fun. And I like looking back at my vlogs from like years ago. So I do think I am going to keep vlogging. It's just going to be iPhone footage, but hopefully they can get me the camera sooner than later. But yeah, they last 2 years, and the price is going up a ton because I originally bought this camera. I wanted like the cyber shot, like whatever that, the one that like, you know, all the famous vloggers have. I wanted that back in 2017, but I was like, I was 17 years old at the time, about to turn 18. I was like, yeah, I don't have that kind of money at the moment. So I don't even think I had, did I have a debit card yet? I don't even know if I had a debit card. So I was like, I can't afford that. Like, I can't afford one of those expensive cameras. So I got this camera because it still had a viewfinder and all of that, and was reasonably priced. And now it's like $400, and I'm like, but yeah, so there's all my camera tangent. So I did get to over halfway in Murder in Westminster by Vanessa Riley, and honestly, I'm not loving it. It's going to be like a 2 or 3, like a 2.75 probably. I just don't like the writing. I don't like the way the characters speak. I saw a post on Tumblr or Twitter somewhere the other day about how it was like, we shouldn't like downvote thing, not downvote, but you know, dislike something just because the language is modern. These swear words were invented in like 1599, and I'm like, that's not, the swear words aren't the problem with this one. But I'm like, still, I don't like it. I don't like how they're talking. I don't like the dialogue. And obviously dialogue is very important in a story. And again, mysteries just aren't my genre. That's not my cup of tea. Like, it's like, sometimes I like them. It's a hit or miss thing for me, and this one I'm just not loving. But it is a very well researched book, so I do think it is writing the time period nicely. and we do have a diverse cast of characters, so it's really just the writing that's bothering me. So I mean, maybe it is like a 3-star, I don't know, but we're halfway through it. Okay guys, so I finished the actual start. So this was a 5-star prediction for me, and it got a 4 out of 5. So let's talk about it. Characters were fine. I don't really have any strong feelings towards them whatsoever, but I do think I connected more with Leah as a character rather than the characters in the other timelines. So atmosphere, I think this is really cool and unique because I've never read anything about Maya mythology or really any kind of Latin American mythology. So very unique setting, being in mainly Belize, because again, I've never read anything set there. Writing was fine, but a little too open for me. I like to know the answers, and I feel like by the end of this, I don't have answers for sure. I don't understand the ending. So, plot, as I said, I connected with the 2012 plot, but let's start at 1012, so 1012. I didn't really connect with, because again, I don't know a lot about Maya culture, and I feel like if I did, that would have enhanced that. Like, it wasn't bad, but I just feel like if I had more background knowledge, I would have enjoyed that more. And then, as I said, the 2012 really enjoyed. And then 3012, I feel like there just needed to be more world building, because I'm like, there needed to be something between the 2012 and the 3012 plot, because that's what's left me very confused. I'm like, how did it get from there to there? And then there's elements of talking about past lives and about how all these are kind of like one soul, I guess, and they're all past lives of each other. And I don't get it. Like, I don't get who's who and all of that. And then I really like the themes of like legend, myth, religion, how all those things are formed. I just found that really interesting, and I haven't really read anything like that. So I like that we do have that real world setting for this. As this is science fiction, and a lot of times we will get stories like this, but they're set in fantastical worlds. So it being set in our own world, to me, makes it so much more interesting. So 4-star. I'm going to write my review now and then eat some dinner after that. I do have the book that I'm going to start tomorrow, but y'all won't know about that till the next vlog. But it's a nonfiction that I bought this week. So maybe did I show y'all that book? I don't know. But as I said, I'm going to write the review, then eat dinner, and then read Us Against You later. Be ending the vlog all sweaty on the iPhone because I was working out while I read just then. So I read 124 pages today. How many books did we finish in this vlog? I know we at least finished one, maybe more, but so far we finished 1 book this week. I want to finish 2 books in July, like each week. I'm out of breath because I was just on the bicycle. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you made it all the way through, leave a bear emoji in the comments below. And as always, comment, rate, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell to be notified when all my videos go live. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!